'Cause my countdown has already. Okay,
There
here
you
we
go.
go.
This is aftermath, Alex. So you spawn with a little base, but all the gates like crumble, as you can see here. You can't rebuild them. You can't build like there's a square of terrain underneath all of your walls that you can't rebuild on, so you can't fully wall your base in. We've got a lot of maps like that in this tournament. And then, if we look, good luck, have fun, except Sokol, who is on match point. You see the trade workshops here. You see one here, and one here, situated in between each player. And if you have control over this, as you see this one turned yellow for Newp right now, you see he gets a resource trickle coming in. Everything except stone. So it's the equivalent of having 3 villages.
Really, one trade workshop is the equivalent of 3 vills?
I actually think it's more, but yeah. In Dark Age, yeah. It's actually worthwhile to just get Loom straight away as gods and have a Vill idle on the workshop.
Yeah.
And just have like your Vill and your scout there and like you're fine. So the short end of the stick for Newp, I feel like, because this wood line that spawned for him, it's kind of in the way of getting to that workshop. So there's a nice area back
Yeah,
here he can wall.
his army's gonna have to take the long way around.
Yeah. Lumber Camp's not a great spot for Newp either. I don't know if you've seen the chat as well, but Sokol said me the best man winner, and Newp said no, let me win at least one. Which that's pretty funny. Just sheep spawn outside the walls as well. They just no sheep to find. So,
Alrighty. So, Armenian's kind of an interesting pick here, I think. They get the infantry units available one age earlier, so I think that would make fighting over these trade workshops that Newp has full
all
control
3.
over all 3 of them right now.
Look at his resources, dude. I'm getting a little bit of feedback on your mic sometimes.
I turned it down a bit.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, Steve's taking one back. But yeah, you can't let somebody have all 3. That is crazy, the amount of resources that he's going to get.
Yeah, and especially this early in the game. So this is the equivalent of Newp having a 6 villager lead over the other 2.
Yeah.
That's insane at this stage of the game. Noop's gonna have a little bit of an interesting boar pull here.
Yeah, and the further you get into the game, the more you get. Like, if you go into Feudal Age sector, and immediately Steve spots a couple of Sokol as well and says, yep, I'm going to start poking these. What the fuck, he says? I mean, they got to come for you. You are on 2 points.
Oh, yeah, Sokol's in for it here. He is going to be shown no mercy whatsoever. I think once again, it's going to be unspoken, but I definitely think Steve and Newp are going to go after him.
Yeah, I mean, the workshops actually used to give away more, but prior to the tournament, they were changed. So that they now give less in Dark Age and it ramps up throughout the ages. Oh, we've got a Vill out here for Sokol, trying to claim the workshop, and we'll be there to help the scout. Take this back from Steve. Newp currently in possession of 2. And Armenians, I did mention Armenians with the fortified churches could pay off, and this is a map where that could happen.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't have much experience on this map, but you're not able to build anything next to these trade workshops,
Correct.
Right?
You can build on the hill, like underneath where the stone part is.
Yeah, okay.
So you could build like a tower there or something.
Yeah.
But you can't build on the grey terrain itself, no. And I understand for any colorblind people in the chat, that's all the terrain, but Hey, it's this bumpy stuff in the middle.
And good job by Sokol. He's gonna
Oh,
send
Armenians get spears in Dark Age.
a Dark Age spearman out here, and that's gonna kind of hurt Newp if he loses his scout right now.
See, and that's the thing. Sokol has villagers out on his workshops, and you might think, oh, wow, he's got idle villagers out there, but actually he's got 6 extra villagers currently by doing so.
Yeah, and Newp all of a sudden finding himself on the outside looking in as far as the trade workshop battle, but maybe he's gotten enough of an advantage from them thus far that he can use it to get up to feudal age quicker.
Yeah.
But no, Noop's making militia.
Yeah, you don't see gathered resources when it's a free-for-all, apparently. Which is kind of sad. Because that's something that we checked on frequently in the 1v1s, but yeah, free-for-alls, that stat isn't available.
And this wood line is going to be a real Achilles heel for Sokol, I think.
I could just do it manually though instead. And yeah, we look at the eco for Newp. Currently collected 1,000 more food than Sokol and 600 more than Steve.
And the militia are going to come forward, and this is kind of exactly what I said, is that Sokol
It's going to
definitely
be,
has
yeah.
A price on his head here.
yeah, as he should. As he should. But
yeah.
But the problem here, and Steve kind of putting a lot of faith in Newp, and he isn't being aggressive himself. He's, oh yeah, Noop's gonna deal with him. It's fine. And what's Noop's option? Like, he doesn't want to be the aggressor here because he's behind. He needs to be the one booming so that he can get a point on the board himself. But both players have to be aware. If Sokol wins, then that's it. He gets the prize money. He goes to Div 4. Shit gets scary.
Yeah, but I think I like the way Newp is playing this. If I'm Newp, I don't want to put too much trust in Steve.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Steve should be doing the same. Because right now, Steve's not getting involved in this. He's not even fighting for the trade workshop between him and Sokol. And he knows where Sokol is. So he knows this workshop is essentially his to fight for.
Yeah, and Noop's doing a really good job here so far. He's going to go and take control of this right-hand trade workshop.
He needs to move a bit closer. But, yeah.
But so far, I think the aggression is paying off for Newp. He's working on the house over here on the wood line. And, yeah, Steve's going to make himself a tower to try and keep control of this trade workshop up here at the top. But
yeah,
that can still be stolen by other players, right?
Yeah, it can, yeah. Yeah.
So he might have wanted to put the tower a little bit further up on the hill here. Okay, he's got another one coming up on the other side, so he's gonna...
Sokol, 70% of the way to feudal. About to lose his woodline. I mean, Gots get a bonus to stack the buildings, +1 per age starting in feudal age for their infantry. And yeah, there goes the house.
So, Sokol's going to be hurting for wood here.
Yeah, I mean, it does have a mule cart, and one of obviously the benefits of the mule cart is you can use it for hunt and wood. So he knows there's a wood line there as well. He could switch all of these villas straight off those deer and onto that wood. And yeah, it looks like that's what he might just do. That would be ideal if I'm him.
Yeah.
Goth upgraded militia. I won't say the name of the unit because Chef gets too happy about it.
It's beautiful the way it rolls out of your mouth.
They actually all died. All the man-at-arms are dead. Every single one of them.
Kind of rough for Newp, but I think he got some value.
Yeah. And Sokol is on the back foot, which is what both of his players want. And the other two having 30 plus villas each, Sokol being down at 22, and obviously late to feudal age as well. But all players
yeah.
seem to have stagnated in terms of the trade workshop contestation. They've all kind of accepted which one's theirs, which one isn't.
Yeah,
At least for
one
now.
each.
So listen, I know in Age of Empires 1 you get food from every animal you kill. Bears have so much meat, dude. Why are you not able to get food from that bear? Man. It saddens me.
Yeah, I don't understand that either, because I don't know about other countries, but I know there are parts of this country where people actually hunt bears for food.
Yeah, I mean, they're fucking big, full of meat. Like,
I don't think I'd ever eat one. Well, I would. I'd have to be really, really hungry though.
yeah, there's nothing I wouldn't try in terms of meat. I'd eat long pig if I was given the chance.
And I'd have to do a lot of fishing and picking berries and before I would ever get to that point. But
Nah.
yeah, if I got hungry enough, I'd eat a bear.
Wouldn't you try long pig?
No, no, that
Is that too far?
Yeah, that's a bridge too far for me. I would rather die.
Wow.
Like literally, I couldn't do that. That would be just a no, just a hard no.
Steve reclaims the Eastern Trade Workshop from Sokol, which is going to hit Sokol, but in the same breath, Newp currently has control over the North one, so Newp are back to having two, and Sokol
Yeah.
left out here fishing and collecting berries because there's no food around.
All right. So, what do you think of Noop's decision to drop a castle on this trade workshop over here instead of being more aggressive and maybe trying to put it on Sokol's stone
I
or
like it.
somewhere else?
I like it. It's going to secure the eco. It's not overly aggressive, which we've seen all of the players be guilty of at some point throughout the set so far. It will keep control over that workshop. He's already confident that he's got control over Sokol at the moment. So he doesn't need any more aggression or castles over there. I actually think it's really smart.
Yeah. Yeah, and it does seem like Noop's approach in this game is a bit more measured.
Yeah.
He's
He's had his fun.
Sokol. He's hit Sokol. Now he's going to pay some attention to Stee.
Yeah.
And make sure that Stee isn't able to get too much of a head of steam.
I think we just do a repeat of last game and just do the Uno reverse card on Sokol and say, hey, remember when you made a bunch of Showtails? Guess what else eats TC? Huskals. And just make a rake of Huskals, and we see one immediately in the queue. And just, go straight down to Sokol's base, kill the TC, go straight over to Steve's base, kill the TC, get yourself a point on the board, it goes 2-1-1, and we move on to the next map.
Yeah. So, but if you're Stee, and if you're Newp as well, you still don't want to give Sokol all that much breathing room, and Sokol.
He's so far down though. 26 fills, no trade workshop, and that's the problem of 1TC. If you lose that eco alien, somebody mentioned it in the chat earlier on, it's so hard to recuperate it, especially when you're not on a map that has an option to add in fish.
Yeah, and Sokol is going to immediately drop a siege workshop. So, how do Armenian Castle Age two-handed swordsmen do against Goth Huskars?
Where's his siege workshop?
Did I say siege workshop? I meant castle. My bad.
I was looking everywhere. I was like, wait, is it forward? Is it back? What? That's a market. Where is it? But yeah.
No, I misspoke. I apologize.
Well, I mean, Armenians composite crossbows actually do fantastic against Huskars because they ignore armor. So the Huskars will just get melted. Yeah, yeah.
Well, let's see if that's the direction that he goes here.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea at all. And suddenly, we end up in a stalemate kind of situation again. But Steve actually has 2 workshops now. The mobility of the knight helping him out there, even though they don't get husbandry. In fact, I'd probably prefer Goth knights in this situation to Tutor knights. I don't know.
So there's the fortified church going up. Obviously, the free relic.
Yeah, that will soften the blow a little bit from these workshops not being under his control. It won't make up for it though. I'm gonna take another quick look at the eco stats, and yeah, resources collected. Sokol is definitely below the others by quite a bit. He's down at 8,000. Newp up to 13.5 and stay on 12.
Yeah. Noop's abusing the market so he can get himself up to Imperial Age.
I mean, Goths get BBC, they get sneak trebs, I guess. These are all options, but I think Huskars probably would have done it.
Yeah. And Steve has built himself a defensive castle, and he's making sergeants, so...
Sorry.
The place...
Sorry, who's making sergeants?
Are those... Oh, Teutonic Knights. I'm not wearing my glasses, Fluff.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Warrior priests are being made by Sokol as well. See these bad boys in action. They do alright against Huskars too. Armenians not a bad civ to deal with Goths, I suspect.
Yeah. So, I find it kind of interesting, the placement of Steve's castle. I think this this castle placement for Steve is kind of an acknowledgement that he doesn't really see Sokol as much of a threat right now.
Yeah, well, not all of his military, but a lot of his military production is towards Sokol, right? So, and a couple of knights trickling into Sokol's eco. What good reactions could make sure those vills don't die, and yeah, the knights only +1/+1. They do have bloodlines, but that's not even an armor upgrade. That's just a natural extra armor that the Teutons get.
Yeah, and we've got Newp losing a whole bunch of longswords over here by the 2 stables.
I don't think he cares because he's just clicked conscription. He's in Imperial Age and he owns 2 workshops, so he can just buy food, buy food, buy food, buy food, buy food. I would take all these villas off gold, honestly, and try to get more farms down because the Huskars are going to be free for you. He needs, is it Anarchy or is it the other one?
Anarchy makes it so you can produce the Huskars from the barracks.
From the barracks, yeah. Perfusion's faster, right? So yeah, you need Anarchy then. And just fuck, yeah, he could 1v2 this at this point. I've been 1v2 by Goths before. But he's going 2-handers though.
And defensive castle.
The warrior priests doing a good job of killing 2 of the swordsmen. Another one was converted. Tell me this monk's not going to die to a villager. Please. He's going to pick up a relic and try skedaddle skedoodle. Get off my noodle. But 2 more attacks and he's going to die.
And today I learned that villagers actually move faster than monks.
Everything's faster than a monk, especially when carrying a relic. Treb's out on the left for Newp. Huskars as well. I guess he just feels like he's done enough damage to Sokol that he still doesn't have to worry about him.
Yeah. Well, Newp, I think, has done a beautiful job of dividing his attention up between these 2. Sokol is going to come forward and
This is what we want to
kind of
see.
like,
We want to see the trifecta, right? We got Steve raiding Sokol, Sokol trying to push Newp, and Newp currently pushing Steve. We've literally just got the perfect triangle.
did you see the DM?
No, I've got a few. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, apparently we get a desync here. I don't know if you want to try and restore. I think we. Yeah. I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah,
since
yeah,
it's your
yeah.
turn.
Yeah, looks like there's been a desync. That is unfortunate. Hopefully they can restore. Okay, yeah, they're gonna try restore. Alright, I'm gonna see where we get up to, because like I said, it was a three-way of battles going on.
Yeah, we have KP boys on the field over here in the north for Steve.
And they will shred guts unless hand cannons come out.
Yeah, and then we've got the dueling castles over here on the right. And Newp's barracks goes down. So, at this point in the game, I think Sokol's probably got to be feeling the pressure.
Yeah, the castle on his face probably doesn't feel great. Does he know about it? He does, yeah. Yeah, they're setting up a new lobby. They're going to try to restore. The warrior priest holding the relic next to the monastery is a feels bad. And yeah, there's the game over, so. Okay, I will count you in when I get there then. If you're ready.
Yeah.
And so, 3, 2, 1, and you can go.
Alrighty.
Oh, slow down game. Oh, so the castle did fall for Steve, but they built a new one. Okay. I mean, while Steve is pushing Sokol's castle. How the warrior priest do against Trebs? Not terrible.
I'm guessing they kill them, but not when they're right underneath a castle like that.
Oh, and Steve says, I would like to remind you that Sokol is one will away from total victory. That's true.
Yeah, that's a little message to Newp, like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But Newp wants the total win.
But Sokol coming forward with Vils will likely be a classic Sokol castle drop on Newp's TC, and Newp isn't ready for this.
Yeah, he's got the stone. I'm not sure why Sokol... Well, Sokol's probably bringing the mule cart to act as sort of a
Tank.
a wall.
Yeah.
To be able to block here.
And yep, Newp's pushing the left. Two-handers and Treb doing that. He has no idea that this castle's going up.
Yeah. And I don't think Newp is at all to quote-unquote blamed for this.
No. No, I think he was right to have his main focus on Steve. Sokol's pretty much dead. He's pushing Sokol. Steve's also pushing Sokol. Like, and Newp's investment on his aggression to Steve is minute. Like, it's not like he's fully focused on that side. But his trebs are going to come over and, yeah, they're going to strap down this castle from the Armenians, so.
Yeah. And at this point, I think that once Sokol is dispatched, which he's not going to be easy to kill, for sure.
I don't
Just
know.
because he
5
knows
trebs
that
kills
it's
a
not.
TC real quick.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying he's going to go completely full ham. Because if I'm Sokol, I'm not playing around either. I'm trying my hardest to end this game.
Yeah, you don't want to drag the set out.
But the
He snipes the treb just in time, though, so his TC stays standing. Sokol's TC was under threat. The castle drop on Newp has been dealt with. The castle he has on the east workshop is also being dealt with at the moment. Newp currently in possession of all 3 workshops again. And yeah, Sokol resigns for this one. Says, yep, that's it. That's all I had. I had nothing else to give. And Newp could just mass up. He's got 6 trebs here. He could bring them all over. There's a straight run to that TC. Nothing will stop them.
yeah,
There's only 6 military for Steve.
and yeah, I think Steve's kind of in emergency mode here.
Yeah.
So Newp was fully aware that Sokol was 1 win away from victory.
Yeah. I think he got just about the right amount of aggression in. A little bit too less or a little bit too much more, and maybe he gives Steve the stranglehold on him, and Steve then goes up to 2 wins as well, and then what does Newp do, right?
Yeah, but Newp, I think, is played this about as well as you can.
Folks in the castle, though, I don't like. He could just... well, I suppose he hasn't scouted the TC, but he knows where it is. Like, his trebs would give him range.
Yeah. Well, I think he just doesn't want to take the chance of leaving his trebs out. And Newp with the halberdier switch, which I don't think is going to be enough to kill the Capey boys,
No.
especially with Steve being on 2 TCs. And I really like the Teuton army right now over what Newp has on the field, so he needs to protect these trebs and get them aimed at the town center.
Well, he now sees the town centre. He hadn't seen it until this point. But he could just Goth Flood. He still has 3 trade workshops. He could just queue up about 1 million champs. Look at his income right now. Look at that food and gold income.
Yeah, oh, it's insane. It's almost like Khmer.
Yeah, that's like 20 champs you can just pump out, but instead he's gone for another 5 trebs. Champs will do the job. Like,
yeah, unfortunately, the last treb goes down.
oh wait,
but
I see a blue line going across the map. Oh, it's Vils. It's Vils. I was hoping we was gonna get like some petard snipe on Noob's TC, but no, it's Vils.
that would be pretty epic. But
On Steve's
he
TC,
is close-
set to be trapped
he
again.
is closer to another castle than Newp is, but
Outpost from Newp, I respect.
yeah, if these trebs don't do the thing here, I think Newp might be kind of in a little bit of trouble. But
Yeah, I think these are gonna do it. Steve's got the Vils and the wood to repair, but maybe he just hasn't realised it. He's busy trying to go castle drop himself, and yeah, by the time he realises it's too late, Newp finally gets on the board with probably the best performance from him so far. The Kawasan game was good, but there's a couple of like over investments. And like I said, I think we've seen that from every player this set. But this game was a lot more measured from everybody, I feel like.